is November 10th at the NWA wastewater treatment plant. The progress video for this month. We're currently standing at the south end of the plant looking at the influent pumping station and valve vault. Panning over to control building number 1 and the emergency generator in the background. As we're panning around, going past construction trailers, going on to the filter structure and control building number 3 as the masonry building. The foreground is the water pumping station for the fire protection system and the water storage tank for that system. Continuing to pan, you can see in the foreground clarifier 62, the return sludge pump station hoist system behind that, and the process trains. In the foreground is control building number 2 and the sludge process building, pointing to the north now. We are currently standing on top of the filter structures, looking to the south again. In the foreground you can see the filter backwash pumping station and valve vault, the 2 circular structures. Further on in the distance is the water reuse pumping station where the effluent leaves the plant. Further north from there to the right is the UV structure where the disinfection takes place. The emergency generator is running currently behind that, next to control building number 1. As we pan around, you can see the valve vault for the influent pumping station and the front of control building number 3. The lamella clarifier is the big blue steel structure. You can see the air control panels on top of the filter structure in front of each channel. We're now standing on top of the process trains at the south end, looking at the final clarifiers. This is final clarifier 61. As we pan to the right, you can see the return sludge pumping station, and beyond that, the clarifier splitter box, and then clarifier 62. In the foreground is also the filter structure and pumping station that we were just standing on. Continuing to pan, you can see the water storage tank and the influent pumping station in the foreground. And the near ground is the valve vault for that return sludge pumping station. Continuing to pan, you can see the south entry gate and BRB's construction trailers. This is the sludge storage pad for dried cake. As we continue to pan, see the roof of control building number 2 and the sludge process building in the foreground. The radio tower is beyond the sludge process building. The admin building is further on to the right. And as we turn around, in the foreground you can see the CEC substation for power feed, the screen building, and below is this is the process trains that we're standing on. As you can see, the aerators are running currently and moving the test water through the basins. In the near ground is one of the aerators itself, 150 horsepower motor and gearbox. We're now standing outside the screenings building, looking into the mechanical fine screens. Behind them is the conveyor, which sends it to the screenings washer compactor with a discharge chute that will go into a dumpster. To its left is the grit classifier, which will separate the watery grit from the solids that is collected in the grit basins right before the process trains.